Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the Blue Balloon and I am Soumya. And what exactly am I doing with my life? Because my day starts at 12 in the morning. Yes, 12 is morning for me, and then followed by an hour of absolute existential crisis, dread for the upcoming day, and wondering what to do, knowing that at the end of the day I'll do absolutely nothing at all. And then I have to drag myself out of my bed before my mom comes and kills me and actually disowns me. And then it is followed by me sitting down with the laptop so that I appear to be busy, and so that my parents think that I'm a very productive member of the family, and to give myself an ego boost, which is actually ends up with just me laughing at random videos. And then it is followed by, I don't know, whatever this is. And then obviously, like any other healthy person, I go back to sleep. It is so funny that earlier I was just facing an existential crisis, but now apparently I'm facing an existential crisis, identity crisis, academic crisis, and basically every crisis that needs to be crisised. So I have come to the conclusion that there is something wrong with the system, with the body system that I am in, and not something wrong with the world, as I was saying in all my previous rants, which gives me a certain level of peace, because when you're blaming something exterior, you are always hoping for, those factors to change so that your crisis can stop. But when you start blaming on something internal, you just stop expecting, because it's never going to change, because you are a stubborn ass bitch. Anyway, so the thing is, if I don't do something, if I don't do any work throughout the day, then obviously I'm bound to feel guilty at the end of the day. That is understandable. But even if I do something, okay, let's say I decide to be productive one random rare day, and then I do something, I will still feel guilty at the end of the day. It doesn't make sense, because I never feel like I'm doing anything, if that makes sense. Like, even if I'm doing something, either my brain goes like, you're not doing enough, or it goes like, whatever you did was baseless and pointless and worthless, and you're a stupid piece of shit and a loser who doesn't know what exactly to do. And I always have this image in my head that everybody else is doing the right things, they know exactly what to do, which is why half the times when I'm actually doing something and people ask me, what are you doing? I still say I'm doing nothing. And they think I'm lying, but I'm not lying to them. It's just that I am convinced I'm doing nothing. Like, my brain tells me that I am doing nothing. I told you there's something wrong with the system that I am in. I don't even know how to explain this, because it's like when I was like 15 or 14 and I used to have some kind of crisis back then, it was understandable, because I would console myself by saying that you still have your entire life left. You have seen people achieve things at the age of 18, 19, 20. You are still about to reach that age. You have so much time, so much this. Now I'm 19 and that age has come, and I am still, I don't know what I'm doing, because I see people around me, okay, accomplishing so much, and I'm so proud of them. But it also gives me such inferiority complex. Like, I don't understand what I am doing with my life, and I don't even know, like, how are you able to start doing an activity without your brain convincing you that it is too late to start an activity? Like, once you are 18 or up, my brain just tells me you are old now, you should not start any activity. Now whatever skills you already owned previously, you just have to hone them. The problem arises when you realize that there were no skills that you previously owned. So yeah, crisis. And the crisis doesn't stop here. I have this thing called the imposter syndrome, where I feel like even if I do something, okay, let's say I've accomplished something that I should actually be proud of, my brain convinces me that I'm an imposter. I didn't actually deserve to win that thing, deserve to get that thing. Somebody else deserved it, and I am just taking up somebody's spot or something, and that I shouldn't really be happy about it, and that I should keep working and working harder until I actually accomplish something that I deserve. The problem is, no matter how much I deserve, my brain will convince me that I'm an imposter. I think, I'm telling you, my brain just knows this girl cannot do shit, okay? So when she actually, it's custom to believe that, okay? Because I haven't gotten out of my bed in so long that it has just made up in its own head that she will never do anything, because she's too lazy. So now when I actually get up and do something, it's in denial, just like me, just like my life motto is denial and delusion. My brain is in denial and delusion. It goes like, no, I'm just hallucinating, she's not actually done something, so let me convince her that she's not done something. So there's no point in doing or not doing, because either way I just feel guilty at the end of the day. So obviously I choose the more easier option, that is not doing and then feeling guilty at the end of the day, than doing something and then feeling guilty at the end of the day. Yeah, I don't think you guys should be like me. Don't be like me. At this point I follow a routine cycle, and every time I get a phone call asking what are you doing, my answers are fixed. It's either nothing or it's either I'm just sitting. And it always comes with a follow-up question. How are you doing nothing? Or you are sitting and doing what? Now how do I tell them that literally just existing and breathing takes too much of my energy to actually do something else? Because I don't know, sleeping is such a fun activity. Why would you want to do something else when you can just sleep and eat and again sleep and again eat? I don't understand why I have to be a working being in this society. Why can't I just not do anything at all and still earn money somehow? Because I've got high demands and I want to be an independent boss bitch who earns money and who can splurge it on herself. And also I know for a fact that even if I do earn money, I'm still not going to splurge it on myself, because my brain will convince me that the things I want to buy are not worth buying. So basically the crisis never ends. So back to the main question, what exactly am I doing in my life? The thing is, this question doesn't have a profound answer, and I doubt it ever will in the next 20 years also. Because I don't understand what I do, okay? It's not like I don't do anything. Like, I know I do doom scrolling for a lot of time. But I'm sure I don't do doom scrolling for like 24 hours a day. And you'll say, okay, it's fine, you have 24 hours a day, but 8 hours go in sleeping. The thing is, I only feel sleepy in the morning. When it's night and when it's actually the time to sleep, I am not able to sleep. And then you would think, okay, if you're not able to sleep, you would rather utilize that time in being productive. But the thing is, I am feeling sleepy, I'm just not able to sleep. So let me tell you this one thing about myself, that if I'm sleepy, if I'm hungry, if I'm angry, if I'm sad, if I'm tired, if I've just woken up, I am not able to do anything productive. So basically this consists my entire day, so I'm never able to do something productive. But yeah, as I was saying, so it's like, I don't understand, like even if I say, I say that, oh, I need 48 hours a day, I don't think even that'll be enough for me. Sometimes I go like, oh, I need a 2-month vacation in order to get back to track. I know I won't. I know a 2-month, 3-month, 5-month vacation is gonna do nothing. Because let's say I'm getting 5-month vacation, okay? I will spend the first 4.5 days sleeping and eating and watching movies and doom scrolling, and then I will get a reality check in the next 0.5 month left, and I will be too much in panic and chaos and worry and stress and anxiety about how to do everything that I have to do, that by the time I'm actually able to process all my thoughts, the month is over. That is what happens all the time. Half of my day goes in processing. While I'm like processing, okay, I have to do this and I have to do this and this is how I have to do, this is how I have to do, the day is over. So apparently the thing is, what I processed one day cannot apply to the next day. So the next day I have to go through the processing process all over again. Yeah, it never ends. It's an endless doom of my life, which is why I've accomplished nothing in my 19 years of life, apart from ranting to a screen, which is for some reason very fun to know that somebody would be listening to me. Yeah. And for some reason, even after doing nothing all day, I am so tired. I am more tired than people who do something their entire day. Like, you should look at me. Like, as much as I'm disappointed in myself on how I am at the end of the day, I'm also so proud of myself on how a person can do absolutely nothing and still be so tired. Like, it requires skills. And like, there'll be this one weekend that'll finally come where I finally get out with my friends and I chill and life all of a sudden has meaning again. And then the day is over and you come back home and you realize that you are back to your normal schedule where you have absolutely nothing to do in your cluttered bed and in your cluttered room, which you're again too lazy to clean. And then all of a sudden life has no meaning all over again. But honestly, such reels need to stop popping up in my feed where I see people my age accomplishing big things. People my age, they speak so they speak things in such a philosophical manner, you know, like, oh, I went through this and I went through this and I finally reached here. You can do it also if you have the willpower, if you have this, if you have that. I mean, amazing advice, brilliant advice. Amazing advice, actually. I have nothing to say. I mean, if I would be in their position, I'd probably say that too. And then y'all would be pissed at me. But that's the thing. How do you just get out of your bed one day and decide ki, oh, I'm going to turn my life upside down. I'm actually going to do something with my life and not just be an ordinary person. I want to have that kind of willpower in my system. And I've been trying for 19, okay, let's not say 19 years, because technically I didn't even know what life was until like 12 years. So I've been trying since 7 years. If anybody has any tips, just let me know, okay, on how you just get up all cheery and bubbly. Don't tell me to sleep early, I'm not going to do that. Apart from that, if you have any other advice, let me know. And it's also so super funny to me that sometimes I'm so bored that when exam season is there, I'm like actually happy that I finally have something to do, that is study, which also I don't do, but like at least you are pretending to study. So people think you are busy, but you're in reality not busy. You're actually thinking on what you'll do on the last day of exam, and then you plan so much, okay, that I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that once the exams end. I'm telling you, once my sem and exam ends and I get my month-long vacation, I'm going to do absolutely nothing. Because I'm going to be like, I slogged so much during the exam season, I deserve a month of nothing. What I don't realize is that I already spent January, February, March, April, May doing nothing. So also May just started, but I still included May because I know I'm going to do nothing. Like even with exams, I know I'm going to study one night before and then cry if the exam doesn't go well and blame the education system. But anyway, I just realized all my rants are so correlated. I keep ranting about the same thing and still I never change. But I mean, you like hearing it, so I say it because you all like hearing it. You all are the problem, okay? Like, even if I see like 1 like on my video, okay, I am happy, okay, because I'm like, at least one person is also equally facing a crisis like me. Makes me feel less alone and happy. So, but anyway, just like every rant, even this rant will end on a happy note. So, in order to give myself some dilasa and motivation, I will also give you guys. All I want to say is, today also I didn't feel like shooting a video, but I got up and I shot this video. So, similarly, let us also... All I'll say is that I am not going to like hope that one random day I'll wake up and I'll do something big, but I'll just like, I don't know, just focus on small stuff, you know, just little things that make you happy, keep you happy. It's not necessarily it should be linked to your career or whatever. Just develop some skills, bro. If you didn't develop it earlier, I think you still have time. I think I'm going to stop. I think I'm just going to believe that age is an illusion and that I'm not actually 19, I'm 9 years old. So I'm just going to believe I have immense amount of time left and I'm not going to get overwhelmed by everything. And I don't know, maybe I'll reach somewhere at least. Like even if I don't reach the peak of the mountain, at least I'll reach on some small rock in the mountain. That would also be cool. At least I'm not at the bottom of the mountain. But yeah. So anyway, thanks for I love playing around with my hair because I'm never satisfied with how my hair looks. Anyway, thank you so much for hearing my rant. And if you guys could relate to it, then please also comment. If you guys are also facing an equal amount of crisis like me, also comment so that I feel less alone. And like, comment, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know I've been super inconsistent, but I'll try to be consistent now. Okay, bye. Love you.